Hey, it's the Movie Man, AJ here, and I want to be the first to talk about before it comes out, before Disney Plus rolls out, before the Mandalorian TV show comes out. I think the Mandalorian TV show is going to make history, and it'll be talked about for a long time, not only for those Star Wars fans, sci-fi fans, but I think for those who really like cinematography, storytelling. Now, we can't really say that much about this story of this TV show. Huge production, but I think if you're into special effects, if you love practical effects, costuming, I think cinematography, this looks phenomenal. I mean, we haven't seen for like a big blockbuster movie go all out where it's real sets, real models since the 80s and the 90s and the 70s, like the good old movies, Jurassic Park, Jaws, even Star Wars, the original Indiana Jones. These movies that like today people like, well, like if they were made today, they would probably get way more Oscars and all these things just because they went all out. Because it seems only artsy movies today really go all out and get those Oscars. But I think that this TV show is going to win a lot of awards. If they're smart, they'll make sure that they do this TV show right. They'll have strong stories, strong characters, and they won't make some of the mistakes that they've made, I think, with some of the other movies. Not that had anything really to do with the elements in the movies, but more of the story. And really the story is what makes a movie great. It's not always like, these really cool effects and everything we see, but how you tell the story, through the actors, the movement of the camera, because movies, TV, it's visual storytelling. We need to not forget that. Really important. I think seeing in the TV show trailer for The Mandalorian, to just see this character not speak yet, and to see his movement speaks volumes of he's telling a story without having to do dialogue. Like, for those that have gone to film school, they know that some of the first projects you do is silent films, or be able to tell a story without dialogue. And your actors have to show a lot of emotion. They have to be able to have these movements, reactions to things that are not fake and over dramatic, like drama that we see in the theater in musicals, but what is quality, real to life, that has that emotion that you get from movies and TV shows sometimes that you don't see in theater and drama and Broadway musical, you name it. Not that I'm bringing down any of them or anything, but just to talk about movies specifically and TV shows, it is an art form. And I think that I'll be really impressed if the story is really strong, if they don't put those little tiny element things that are thrown in there that have nothing to do with the story. I hate when movies do that. Little things that made no sense to put it there. It was kind of forced. As long as there's nothing forced, I feel like this movie's going to do really good. I hope the Star Wars fans will enjoy it. I am excited to see elements they brought back from one of my favorite Star Wars films, The Empire Strikes Back. A lot of elements in there from that, because that was just cinematically amazing. The story was very strong, good character development, and I'm excited to see what they do. So, so shout out to Jon Favreau and several of the other cast and directors working on this show. And I'm excited to see what happens. And I am expecting this to be one of the biggest TV shows of all time that will start a new era, hopefully, for all of us that enjoy watching movies and TV shows through streaming services and the theaters. So we'll see what happens. Until next week, Disney Plus comes out and The Mandalorian.